Youth in the community came together to paint a mural in downtown Lloydminster this summer, but last week that mural was vandalized. The graffiti did not last long though, as the youth stepped forward to cover it up. The city was notified last week that this year's youth graffiti cleanup mural behind Giant Tiger had been vandalized. Youth immediately reached out to volunteer their time to help fix the mural. While the city says it's disappointing to learn of the graffiti, it's gratifying to see young people working for a better Lloydminster.
We love hearing from folks in the community that want to volunteer and make the community a better place. And again, we're really overjoyed. We had some members of the youth council who had basically called us up and said, hey, after school, can we come and help out?
The Youth Graffiti Cleanup Project works each summer to paint murals around Lloydminster to deter graffiti, and officials say it's extremely rare for a mural to fall victim to vandalism.
We've been doing this program for 4 years now, and this is the first time that we've seen it. Typically when you clean up graffiti, when you keep on top of it, and when you put up things like murals, it does discourage additional graffiti. So we're optimistic that it will remain in good shape. But if it doesn't, we will look at options for taking care of it, because we want to keep that graffiti under control and keep it from spreading.
The city plans to continue the graffiti program next summer. Many special meals were shared over the weekend, but this one was for a very special cause. Smiley B. Swagan Outreach Group held a community barbecue event over the weekend right at City Hall here in Lloydminster. It was an opportunity for them to share great food and their powerful message.
Today is our community barbecue. We hosted our community cleanup last week, as we do hand out harm reduction supplies. So the community cleanup is just kind of making sure there's no sharps on the streets, no paraphernalia, things that other people can harm themselves with. So today is kind of the kickoff for our program. It's kind of our introduction into the community. So this is who we are, this is what Smiley is about, and this is what we want to incorporate into our community and let everybody know our resources.
The bags handed out by the organization are filled with naloxone kits, food supplies, and other life-saving materials. Bringing together community partners and those in need is the goal of events like these.
In all honesty, we need somebody to bridge that gap between those who aren't struggling and those who are, and the things that we see in between. And that's kind of what we're here for. So an event like this just kind of shows the community, hey, we're here to help.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jace Mackey. Yes, hopefully everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving weekend there. That was a gorgeous weekend. We had some beautiful weather just in time, as we expected, as we were looking last week. So hopefully everybody enjoyed it, got outside to, get some nice fall photos with their friends, family, and of course, hopefully everybody feasted good as well, because you have to for Thanksgiving. You have to have that turkey. You got to have that ham. Jace is nodding back there. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. But now looking at for today here in the border city, right now we are just sitting at 12. Definitely have cooled down quite a bit from what we were seeing on the weekend. Unfortunately, we will be seeing some cooler temperatures throughout the week. And we are seeing some strong winds, like you were saying, seeing almost 40 kilometers an hour winds. It's very strong out there if you stood out there or even driving, so please be careful. But definitely seeing a much more cool down day for today. Hopefully it will be warming up, but we will probably be seeing some cooler temperatures throughout this week. Switching over to temperatures across the region for Alberta and Saskatchewan. On the Alberta side, definitely seeing around the same conditions as the border city, with that 11 to 12 degree mark in most spots. St. Paul is just seeing 10 degrees, but the rest are just at that 11 and 12 mark over on this end. Switching over to our Saskatchewan side, they are looking around the same conditions as what we are seeing on our Alberta side. Up in Isle Cross, they're just at 10 degrees. Most are also seeing that 11 and 12 over on this side. And we go a bit lower to Macklin, they're just at 13. So Macklin is seeing, I guess, the warmest condition compared to the rest, but just by 1 degree. So not looking too much warmer. For North Battleford, overnight tonight, they will be going down to that 0 mark for their evening low tonight. So definitely going to be feeling a little bit chillier tonight throughout the evening. But tomorrow they will be seeing kind of the same temperature with that 12 degrees throughout the day, seeing partly sunny and windy for North Battleford. So definitely going to be expecting the same conditions for tomorrow as they are seeing today. Going over to Cold Lake, they'll be going down to that low of that 1 mark. So seeing that cool down temperature for sure. At least we won't be seeing those minuses just yet, but getting pretty close. So definitely cooling down quite a bit from what Cold Lake is just sitting at right now. But tomorrow they'll be seeing that 11 and seeing a little bit more sunshine. So hopefully that'll help warm things up for tomorrow. And for us here in the border city, we'll be going out to that low of 1. So expecting that single digit, definitely cooling down quite a bit. Then tomorrow we will be expecting that 10, but seeing some windy conditions. So just be prepared. It'll kind of continue on for tomorrow for sure. And now ending off with showing off some of your weather photo submissions. Thank you to everyone that have submitted. And this is from Michelle here of Bud Miller. Gorgeous shot. And this other one is from Sonia. Another Bud Miller shot. So thank you to everyone for your submissions. That's all I have for now. Both more coming up after the break.
Halloween just 2 weeks away, the Lloydminster Barons Basketball Club have created an event for high school kids where they will be teaching a couple of tricks or treats. Our Adil Ahmed has the story.
The Lloydminster Barons Basketball Club have created something not necessarily spooky, but something special by hosting a 2-day event called Haunted Hoops.
We wanted to make something where kids from any division could come and just learn about the sport, get in the gym, play, meet some people who love the sport, and really it's just to spread knowledge and awareness of the sport and make sure we're building it in our community.
It's an all-day event where individuals from grades 9 to 12 will have a chance to learn from multiple coaches about the sport. And with basketball tryouts nearing for most high schools within the area, an event like this is a great opportunity to get prepared.
Kind of lines up right before basketball season, so if they're feeling rusty, they feel like they haven't been in the gym, tryouts are right around the corner, they can come out and get some pretty good coaching. There's 5 or 6 coaches right now, and we're all just going to come together and give them the advice and hope for the best.
In addition, the Barons are hosting Haunted Hoops at a reasonable price, so that's affordable for those to attend. Opportunities like these is something that Barons starting center Tasia Cherney strongly recommends.
I think it's really good to get comfortable with your coaches first, and also just to get comfortable with people in the basketball community, people who love your sport, and also just get familiar with the sport as a whole. If you start younger, you're definitely going to have a better chance at doing it in high school and excelling in high school, and if you want to play past that.
The Barons say there are still spots available for individuals to sign up by going over to the Lloydminster Public School Division's Facebook page below for more information. Haunted Hoops will take place from October 29th to the 30th at the Lloyd Comps Gymnasium. Adil Ahmed, Primetime, Local Sports.
And now it's time for us to check in with Shelby Clark again for another look at weather.
Thanks so much again there, Mr. Jace Mackey. Now taking another extended look at your weather forecast. Yes, we'll be starting off with our central zone of our provinces to kind of check where we are sitting at temperature-wise. And most spots have cooled down, just matching with us here in the border city. Most are just seeing that 11 to 12 degree mark in most areas. 10 up in Athabasca, while there's 13 over in Rocky Mountain House and Jasper. So those 2 spots are seeing slightly warmer temperatures, but only by 1 degree. So not too much warmer. So definitely have cooled down quite a bit in most spots in our central area. Switching over to our Saskatchewan side, they are matching with us with those conditions. Although over in Melfort, they are just at 9 degrees. So not looking too much warmer in Melfort or in other areas over on our Saskatchewan zone. But, you know, we are heading more into the fall season, although we wish those temperatures over the weekend would continue on. And unfortunately, I think we will be cooling down this week, and that will continue. But, you know, we can all hope. So switching over to our northern zone now, they have cooled down quite a bit, all seeing those single-digit points now. Most are just seeing around 8 and 9 degrees over on this side. 5 and 6 up in Uranium City and Stony Rapids, and then they start to slightly warm up from there, seeing that 8 and 9, but still not quite hitting that double-digit mark just yet. Switching back over to Alberta side, they are looking definitely a lot more different kind of temperatures that we would expect, especially with Fort McMurray high level still seeing those single digits with that 7 and 9, just seeing 1 in Fort Chipewyan. So Fort Chipewyan is looking the coolest compared for sure to everywhere we have been looking at. We go a bit lower, and then they start to see those double digits with 10 and 11 for Slave Lake and Peace River. Grand Prairie seeing the warmest with that 14 degrees. So they slightly are matching with us in our central zone, looking at these areas, but then going up to here with high level and Fort McMurray, they start to definitely cool down. But now going over to our central zone here, they are seeing definitely the warmest temperatures compared. Not too shockingly, but you know, they are cooling down quite a bit as they are starting to see more of those mid-teens. Lethbridge and Medicine Hat seeing the warmest with that 16 and 19, so Lethbridge is even just underneath that 20-degree mark. Seeing that 13, 14 for Banff and Calgary. Coronation is seeing the coolest with that 11, so kind of matching with us in our central zone up here, but then they start to definitely warm up as we go a bit down lower with Lethbridge and Medicine Hat. And going over to our Saskatchewan side for the last time to check them out in our southern area, they are definitely matching with us in our central area, seeing that 12 and 13 in most spots. 14 over in Estevan, and Yorkton is seeing the coolest with that 11 degrees. So southern zone seeing the warmest compared to the rest that we have looked at, but they are definitely cooling down, kind of like what we are seeing as well. And now looking at some overnight temperatures for what we will expect for tonight, we will be cooling down once again. Not seeing those minus marks just yet, but as you can see, most will be just seeing that 0 mark to 1 degree for their evening low tonight in the surrounding area. So not looking too bad with those temperatures, you know, better than those minus 30s and 40s. And as we look at some more here, they are also just seeing that low of 1 and that 0 mark. Unity and Wainwright will be expecting that 0. The rest, Pearson, Miriam, and Calgary will just be seeing that low of 1. So definitely cooling down quite a bit, but you know, we have seen cooler, so everybody stay strong. We are almost there. And now ending off with our 7-day forecast for here in the border city. We will be seeing a cooler day tomorrow, just we kind of expected with that 10. Another windier day, so definitely get ready to feel some more wind tomorrow and make sure you are wearing a light jacket, kind of layering up a little bit more. Seeing some more sun Thursday, Friday with 14, 15, warming up for sure, then cooling down on the weekend with that 10 on Saturday, but warming it back up to end it off on Sunday with that 14 once again. And then next week, get ready. You know, we're really getting those fall temperatures here because then we will be seeing that single digit with that 7 and 9 next Monday and Tuesday. That is another look at your weather forecast. Our Jason Mackey, we'll have more news coming up after the break.
Well, it's that time of week, your pet project. I'm here at Border Paws Animal Shelter with Nicole, and today we have quite a large group of kittens to show off. We'll start with this one right here, seeing she's purring if you can't hear. So tell me a little bit about her and then the other cats that we have.
So this is Wildcat. She's actually been on your segment a few times here already and still hasn't found her home. She's a very sweet 2.5-year-old domestic short hair. And yeah, she's been here for over 220 days. So she's very sweet, gets along with other cats, dogs, kids. So she'd make a great addition to any house.
And she's so calm, just sitting in your arms and purring. I can hear her going off.
Well, we think she has a bit of Bengal in her as well. So, I mean, it's an expensive cat for cheap.
Yeah, you can see the stripes in her for sure. And now we have a few other cats that are roaming around.
This big guy.
So this one comes with a second cat.
Yeah,
they came
so
in together, right?
His brother, he's got his brother Smith, who's a little bit shyer, but he looks just like him, a little bit longered hair. They are a bonded pair, so we would like to find them a home together, but their adoption fee is reduced as we are trying to find them a home together. They're about 7 months. They're big boys. Gets along with other cats. We think okay with dogs. They don't seem to react too much, as well as they love kids. So
yeah, definitely. As soon as I came in here, they were on me and they were just the sweetest. The claws didn't come out, and they just wanted pets and loving. And then we have one back here.
So this is Honeysuckle. She's about 1.5 years. Good with other cats. She came to us at the beginning of August, so not as long as the other guys, but she's quite a sweetheart. She's very funny looking. I get a kick out of this one. So yeah, no, she would do good with kids, other cats. She doesn't react when the dogs are coming in and out, so I think she'd make a good addition as well to any family.
Yes, and the dogs were barking a little bit earlier, and none of them reacted at all, and they're right next door to one, so that's perfect if families have other dogs or even other pets. All these cats would make great additions to your home, especially this duo right here, and hopefully Wildcat finally finds her forever home.
She's such a sweet girl, so.
Yeah. So the SPCA has a few events coming up, especially Halloween-themed events. You have a carnival coming up, so want to give me a little rundown on what that is and what people can expect?
So yeah, we have, it's going to be our Halloween Carnival, and that is going to be on the 29th. We are hoping to be having it near Marked Up Studios so that parents can get a tattoo while the little ones can go and play some games. We're going to have games, hopefully have some food vendors. We're still not sure of all the details yet. We're either going to be having a barbecue or some food vendors. We're going to have games for the kids. We're going to be doing tattoos, as well as a lot of the local vendors are going to come out and have their booth set up as well. So.
Now, if there is any food vendors that would like to take part in this event, how can they get involved and how can they set up their food?
Yeah, so if they want to just give us a call here at the shelter or email us, we are looking for vendors. We are looking for food truck vendors, as well as if anybody wants to volunteer. We're going to need quite a bit of volunteers to make it happen. So if anybody wants to volunteer, please give the shelter a call. We could definitely use your help.
And now the new building is set to be hopefully finished by the end of this year. How excited are you guys and how ready are you guys to finally have a bigger, better, more spacious building to house your pets or the animals that come into this shelter?
Very excited. It is long overdue. This is the same building I used to volunteer back in the 90s with my mother. So, I mean, it's very long overdue, but it's just going to be better for the shelter, or better for the staff, better working environment, better for the volunteers, and as well, much better for the animals. We're going to have proper ventilation for each room, so disease management is going to be a whole lot better, which is going to save the SPCA a lot more money, which we'll be able to be putting money into other things. It's very long overdue, and we're extremely excited that it's finally happening.
Yes, I think I can speak for a lot of people and say that other people are very excited for it because it just will be able to house more animals and it'll be more of a secure space.
An inviting environment.
Yes, for sure, especially coming into winter. You know, I've noticed that you see a lot more influx of stray cats, especially in this area. So will you be able to house more? And have you even seen some a bigger influx in strays so far?
So yeah, we've definitely, wintertime you always get it. It's quite cold. You know, you end up with, especially with cats, having ears freeze off, tails freeze off. So we'll definitely be able to house a lot more, which is nice. And also, again, keep the disease management because wintertime brings the upper rest with the kitties, which is kind of like a kitty cold, but it spreads like wildfire. So I'm hoping with the proper ventilation and everything that the sickness this winter will be a lot better.
Yes, definitely. And of course, I have to ask, is there any items or food donations that you guys are in need of? And if so, what would they be?
So yeah, we can always use food donation. I know we are definitely still a little low on the kibble. We need puppy kibble, we need adult dog kibble, same with the cats and kittens as well. Kibble is something we can never seem to have enough of. And again, blankets. Blankets are always a big one with it getting colder. This shelter here gets really cold. We hopefully won't have that issue in the new building, but for the next couple of months, we're gonna need some blankets to keep these puppies warm, so.
And finally, if anybody would like to put an application for any of these cats that they've seen today or any animal that they would like to come and meet, how can they do so and what kind of is the process that they go through?
So yeah, you can either give us a call here at the shelter. We're open 12 to 5 Monday to Saturday and we can get you in to meet these guys. And if you want to jump the gun and get on our website, you can head to our website and there's an application there. Fill out the application, then that way if you get that all done and you come in that day to meet them and it's love at first sight, they can go home with you that same day. So,
well, awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us for another edition of Pet Project.
Thank you.
Pet Project is sponsored by the Pet Pad. For total pet care, think Pet Pad.